History repeats itself. History is always happening over and over again. So one of the ways to stop a theme, one of the ways to stop something from reoccurring is to first of all admit it. It didn't take long for us to quickly realize that there was power behind Mission 22, power behind its brand, power behind its message, and power behind its people that represented it.
All right, my friends, day 19 of 22, the 22-day push-up challenge. Day 19 means 418 men and women have possibly committed suicide in the last 19 days. I went and looked up my ship, the USS Rushmore. More people who have killed themselves by now than ever served on our ship at one time in just 19 days.
19, 20, 21. One more. Y'all ready for the last one?
Mission 22 has become a decentralized nationwide effort to show love, to raise money, to be available for other warriors, to be able to be a point of contact, to let the warriors know, but also for warriors to let other warriors know that there is a community. You're not alone. This isn't happening in silence. You're not forgotten. We brought 4 veterans from all different parts of the United States and brought them together to hike through the state of Oregon.
May God bless you on your journey. Thank you for serving our country and for being willing to go on this walk. I'm praying you feel peace and strength with each mile.
On this hike, some folks found God, some folks remained sober, some folks lost a significant amount of weight to be able to participate. And not so much just a healing walk for us as warriors, but for us to contribute to other people's healing. This hike, we raised $12,000 for endobiogeny. Some of the folks on this hike, they're going to be volunteers for this treatment. And I couldn't be more pleased and more proud because it was difficult. We had a lot of struggles. Not everything on this hike went pretty, but we put some skin in the game. At the end of the day, we were able to raise money and we'll be able to use that money so guys can get the treatment that they need. The War at Home Monument is an example of our social impact, of our awareness, of our permanent fixture to do the work that we can't always do, to always remind us of what we've lost and what we will lose if we don't reconcile it. What we've done is taken 20 different veterans with their families' permission and used them as a silhouette to cut out of a 3,000-pound plate of steel. These warriors are placed in a V, and this is to show the size of the problem. This is to show the empty space they leave behind. And it's also to be a constant reminder of what happens when we don't listen to the stories of the warriors that fought in our name. Because it's not okay. It's not okay that everyone didn't know about veteran suicide. It's not okay that these things were a secret or left unsaid, or that it was shameful. It's not okay that it's shameful to suffer alone and suffer in silence, because if you ask for help, that you're no longer a warrior, that you're weak.
So I come back and I thought everybody else changed. So I pushed my family away. And it took a long time to really realize it because I didn't want to look internally. I got my Class A CDL and hit the road. I was on the road for about 8 years trucking. And this makes me think about how insignificant all of the major things going on are. I mean, what, 1 million years ago, that blew up. And, over time became this.
Whether it's hiking mountains or building monuments, it takes a community to heal a warrior. Warriors didn't get damaged and didn't become separated from the sunlight of the spirit on their own. It happened in the name of this nation. We can change the way we think about war, how we think about warriors, how we think about ourselves, and what we think we're going to do in the American community. We can do it now. We can do it here. And there's going to be another generation of warriors coming. We can set the tone to create a culture that grabs them up and loves them and smothers them in resources and opportunity right now.
Welcome back, everybody. Week 10 of 13. So we're running out of weeks here real quick. The cars are out on the track. So far, it looks like we will have possibly one heat race and then the 50-lap feature here at Charlotte. Kind of changing it up a little bit. Been doing a lot of short track racing tonight. We're on the big track at Charlotte. We'll see how that plays out. Roxanne Jones checking in, cheering on the CSC crew. Ma'am, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hopefully we get a good show tonight on this week 10. Braden Carter is points leader in both 358 mods and the Pro Late models. He has won every race of the 10 in the Pro Late models, and he has 5 wins in the 358 modifieds. Braden Carter is back with us in the 05 machine. Joseph Grandy is with us. Grandy is currently second in the points. Justin Sick is with us in the 2 car. Driver out of New York is back with us, currently third in the points. So we got your points leaders that showed up tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get to the national anthem, and then we will get week 10 underway. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Let's get the cars off the track, get the show underway. We had a couple of drivers join while we were at the national anthem, so we will have 2 heat races, followed by your 50-lap feature for week 10. So let's get the cars off the track and get qualifying underway. As always, greatly appreciate everybody for tuning in. Well aware that there's a lot you could be doing on a Friday night. Greatly appreciate you sharing it with us. See who is first out on track tonight. As the sun starts to set over the speedway, Cale Smith in the 115 is the first car out of the pits on track. Dean Reynolds is with us in the 79. The FTM Mission 22 ride tonight. Michael Vitale, Air Force veteran. As always, like to thank Michael for his service. Cale Smith is a Navy veteran. Like to thank Cale for his service. Billy Roberts is back with us in the 99. Owner-operator of Gears Unlimited. Jake Henry in the 171 from the LFM team. Joseph Grandy in the 518. Quickness in practice. He is out on track. Cale Smith, first one to time in 15:54. Dean Reynolds with a 54. Michael Vitale with a 56. Cale Smith drops down with that 65. Joseph Grandy goes to the top of the board with a 15:50. That'll drop Dean Reynolds, Michael Vitale, Billy Roberts down. Andy Patton, Air Force veteran, out on track. Let's see how Andy did. It looks like Andy with a 1597. Jake Henry in the 171. 1563. Anthony Vitale Jr. jumps up to 7th quick with a 1572. Devon Howard been quick the last few weeks, 1564. That'll put him 7th quick. Still waiting on Justin Sick and Braden Carter to put down their qualifying. Devon Howard moves up 1564. The 316 machine. No Justin Sick as of yet. There is Braden Carter, your points leaders out on track. Driver out of Virginia. Can he punch another quick time tonight? We're going to find out here in about 2 laps. Carter will go 7th quick on lap 1 with a 1560. 5 car coming for his 2nd time lap. Can he move up the board? Looks like he will run an identical. Where is Braden Carter? There he is. 1563, 8th quick. Justin Sick jumps into the top 5 with a 1558. So that'll put the 2 car near the front of the field. We're going to have a couple of heat races. Joseph Grandy with tonight's quick time in that 518 machine. We'll get your Heat 1 lineup here momentarily. Looks like we will have the 518. That is Joseph Grandy on the front row. He's got Michael Vitale to his outside in the 513. Justin Sick will begin on the inside of row number 2. He's going to have Devon Howard to his outside. Jake Henry in the 171. And Armando Melgusa make up row number 3. All right, drivers, welcome to heat number 1. You guys know the drill. You got 8 laps to get it done. Everybody moving on. The start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start finish line. Race hard. Race clean. Put on a great show. Good luck. Looks like we got the RTB team that will line up 1-2 on the bottom. That is Joseph Grandy and Justin Sick. Like to thank Armando Melgusa for his service to our nation in the United States Air Force in that 78 ride. Lights are off on the pace truck. Pace truck should exit in the back stretch. As we're getting ready for 8 laps to see who will sit on the pole for your 50-lap feature. RTB driver Joseph Grandy. LFM driver Michael Vitale to his outside in that 518. 513, my apologies. Or 213. I'll get it right. Joseph Grandy looking for the green flag coming off of turn number 4. Ladies and gentlemen, week 10 is underway. Grandy on the bottom. That is Michael Vitale on the high side. Slider coming from Grandy. He'll move up to the outside. Michael Vitale's going to cross over. A little bit of contact between the two. Put the 213 on the point. Justin Sick battling back on the bottom. Teammates side by side for P2. Jake Henry has moved up. Oh, Grandy goes around. Did not see what happens. Both RTB drivers go around. That'll move Devon Howard up to P2 or 3. Jake Henry and Howard battling it out side by side. Contact. Those two get together. That'll send Howard to the outside. Michael Vitale with the show well in hand in the 213. Jake Hendry and Melgusa. These drivers will get a good start in the 50-lap feature as no one else has come back out onto the track. Michael Vitale with a almost second and a half lead over Jake Henry in the 171. Those two drivers are teammates for LFM. Good looking 171 ride. And the 213 of Vitale. Long way around Charlotte. Last few weeks have been pretty quick on the short tracks. The laps go by in a big hurry. We are coming to the white flag. Vitale off of turn 4. Takes the white flag. Vitale, Henry, Melgusa. Everybody else has retired. 2 more corners to navigate. LFM with the Heat 1 win. Jake Henry, P2, and Melgusa. Howard, Grandy, and Sick. Heat 2 coming to the grid. Let's take a peek how they'll line up. Dean Reynolds and Billy Roberts on the front row of heat number 2. Cale Smith will start on the inside with his teammate and points leader Braden Carter to his outside. Anthony Vitale Jr. and Andy Patton round out your heat number 2 lineup. All right, fellas, you know the drill. 8 laps to get it done. Everybody moving on. Start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start finish line. Race hard, race clean. Good luck. We got the elder statesmen of the league on the front row. Dean Reynolds and Billy Roberts. Good looking Mission 22 wrap by Dean Reynolds. Pace truck should exit in the middle of the back stretch. Leaving the field to Mr. Dean Reynolds as he will take us to green. Pace truck is off. It's like a cloudy day at Charlotte. Dean Reynolds looking for the green flag coming out of turn 4. Green flag is out. We are underway in heat number 2. Reynolds with a good start. He'll pull out in front and stay on the bottom. Does not slide up. Cale Smith on the bottom. He's trying to peek underneath the 99 car of Billy Roberts. Those two will go side by side. Points leader Braden Carter back in 4th. Braden Carter trying to get his feet underneath him in the 05. Anthony Vitale Jr. is back with us in the 21. And Andy Patton in the 87. It'll be Dean Reynolds at the line. Let's go on board with Cale Smith as the 115. The driver out of South Dakota trying to get up there and peek his nose underneath the 99 of Billy Roberts. Can't get it done that time by. Got his teammate to his outside, the 05 of Braden Carter. Billy Roberts took a peek underneath Dean Reynolds. Those two close quarters. On lap 5 of 8, Roberts stays in the throttle quite a bit longer than the 79, but Dean Reynolds with a good exit. Dean Reynolds opens up a little bit of gap between himself and Billy Roberts. Cale Smith still battling it out with Braden Carter. The CSC gang going at it for 3rd. battling to see who will start on the outside of the front row in your 50-lap feature. Coming to one to go, Dean Reynolds hugging the tires on the inside. White flag is out. Braden Carter moves up to the outside of Billy Roberts. Billy Roberts on the bottom, the 5.05 of Braden Carter on the high side. Coming off of turn 4, LFM 79 for the win. Dean Reynolds, Billy Roberts P2, Braden Carter, Cale Smith, Anthony Vitale Jr., and Andy Patton. We're going to take a quick break. We come back, we will have your 50-lap feature. We'll be right back.
Chatham grabs the checkered flag. He wins.
Tack victories for Sam Bachman as he takes the win at the Port Royal Speedway.
Wins another one at the Knoxville Raceway. Blake Chapman wins.
A corner down here through the front straightaway. Watson gets the win here tonight.
Chad Greggs, a Knoxville Nationals champion. But to the checkered flag, Clay Christopherson, your winner at Lernerville. Here they come off of turn number 4. To the checkers, Templeton takes the win.
Through the back stretch into corners 3 and 4 out here. It's going to be Watson for the win.
The 56 wins. First time winner Randy Streets.
But your winner at Weed Sports is going to be Brandon Templeton in the Salty Dog.
When people hear a Tilvalhalla project, the first thing they might think of is our shirts. But what most people don't know is that our plaques came first and the t-shirts came second. What some people might not know is that the same shirts that we make day in and day out allowed us to do unbelievable things for unbelievable people. Whether it's donating our proceeds to reduce veteran suicide or gifting handcrafted memorial plaques to the families of fallen heroes, these t-shirts simply stand for honor and freedom, 2 words that wouldn't exist without our heroes. This makes Tilvalhalla Project a place where fallen heroes truly live on forever.
Welcome back. Cars are wrapping up their warm-up session. Michael Vitale, fastest in the session. We'll get your feature lineup here. Michael Vitale and Dean Reynolds will roll off on the front row. Jake Henry, Billy Roberts in row number 2. Melgusa and Braden Carter in row number 3. Devon Hauer and Cale Smith in row number 4. Joseph Grandy and Anthony Vitale Jr. in row number 5. Justin Sick and Andy Patton will round out your field of 12 drivers. All right, drivers, welcome to the feature. You got 50 laps to get it done. Initial start is on green. Restarts are on the leader. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start-finish line. Race hard. Put on a great show. Good luck. So it'll be Michael Vitale and Dean Reynolds on the front row. 50 laps, a lot of laps around Charlotte. We'll see how it plays out. Don't forget, coming up next, we got actually week 9 of the Pro Late Models right back here. Your points leader, Braden Carter, will roll off in the P5. Can the youngster move back up through the field? We saw him do it a few times. Pace truck should exit at the middle of the backstretch. Pace truck is off, leaving the field to the 213 of Michael Vitale. As the field tightens up a little bit. Coming off of turn 4, Michael Vitale looking for the green flag. Green flag is out, ladies and gentlemen. 50 laps to settle week 10 winner in the 358 open setup modifieds. That is Michael Vitale on the bottom. He's got Dean Reynolds to his outside. In the 79, Michael Vitale will lead lap number 1. Jake Henry in the 171 holds down P3. We're going to go 3 wide. A little bit of contact between the 171 and Braden Carter. He'll pull up alongside his teammate, Cale Smith. Moves up to P3 in the 115. Smith's going to go to the high side as Braden Carter stays down low. Not many cars running the high side. Back to Billy Roberts in the 99. He went a little too high. He'll lose a bunch of positions as Dean Reynolds takes over the lead from Vitale. And Michael Vitale rally in the 213. Cale Smith still P3. Braden Carter, the CSC teammate, back in P4. Jake Henry in the 171 makes up your top 5. Anthony Vitale Jr. in the 21 giving chase. Joseph Grandy has moved up a couple in the 518, trying to work his way through the field. Teammate Justin Sick right behind him. Now Billy Roberts moves down to the bottom in the 99. Devin Hauer, Armando Melgusa, and Andy Patton. Up front, Vitale is not letting Dean Reynolds get very far from his front bumper as they go into turn 3. Vitale feathering the throttle. They can't close the gap. Last time by, they were Dean Reynolds a couple ticks quicker in the 79. Dean Reynolds has not won this season. Can he get it done? Cale Smith now putting pressure on Vitale. Cale Smith seems to like that outside, as everyone else is staying down low. Braden Carter will move a little higher in the 05. He's on the outside looking in at a podium as they get somebody. That Grandy got into the wall hard that time. That should bring out a caution. As the caution does finally come out. Dean Reynolds, Vitale, Cale Smith, Braden Carter, Jake Henry, your top 5. As Grandy makes his way to the pits on lap 12 of 50, we'll get 1 reset. try to work his way back up through the field. Joseph Grandy may go a lap down. Like Andy Patton has parked it for the night. Lights are still on the pace truck. Justin Sick checking in. Hopefully when he wasn't behind the wheel. Lights are off on the pace truck. Pace truck will exit, leaving the field to the 79 of Dean Reynolds. We'll go back green on lap, I believe, 13 of 50. Pace truck is off. Dean Reynolds, Michael Vitale still on the front row, just swap places. Green flag is back out. Good restart by Dean Reynolds in the 79. Vitale closes the gap in turn number 1. Cale Smith on the bottom. 0-5 of Braden Carter on the outside for P3. CSC teammates going at it. Carter will move up into a podium. He's going to hunt the 213. He's on the bottom in the 0-5. Vitale on the outside. Good run off of 4. Vitale will hold P2. And here comes Anthony Vitale Jr. in the 21. Not sure what happened to Cale Smith. He has fallen off the pace. Braden Carter to the outside of Vitale. Dean Reynolds and Vitale going to try to hold Braden Carter, your points leader. They got him surrounded. Braden Carter moves up to P2. He'll get on the rear bumper of the 79. Vitale moves back to P3. Devon Howard, the first driver on the outside, looking in at a podium in P4. Anthony Vitale Jr., P5. In the 21, Justin Sick has moved up 5 positions. Put the 2 car in P6. Randy in P7. Jake Henry in P8. Billy Roberts has fallen off the pace. Mel Gusa still in the battle. Up front, Dean Reynolds has got his hands full. He's got the youngster from Virginia and your points leader, Braden Carter, to his rear bumper. As the 0-5 hunts that 79. Braden Carter, is he just biding his time on lap 20 of 50? Laps ticking by. Power with the move on Vitale. Michael Vitale with a crossover, able to come back. He puts himself back on the podium with Howard hunting down the 213. Howard with the slide job. Vitale's going to cross over. Vitale with the slide job. Howard goes up high. Good run by Vitale. Now Anthony Vitale Jr. is on the inside of the 316. Up front, Braden Carter pulls to the left rear of the 79. Dean Reynolds able to hold off the youngster one more lap. Dean Reynolds running a similar line. When will Braden Carter change up his line and try to get by the 79? Are they just riding? We will know here before you know it. Michael Vitale and Devon Hauer. Hauer wants that final podium. Halfway home, Braden Carter took a peek down low on last lap. Dean Reynolds, Braden Carter coming off a turn 4. Carter on the bottom, Reynolds up high. It'll be Dean Reynolds at the line. Slide job coming. Dean Reynolds will cross over into 79. Both cars stay to the high side in turn 3 and 4. Good battle between Hauer and Vitale. Yeah, it's the 213 and the 316. Battle it out. Hauer on the high side, Vitale down low. Coming to lap 30 of 50. Dean Reynolds has led them all. Braden Carter wants the lead as those two start to pull away from the field. Hauer able to make the pass on Vitale. Can the LFM 316 get some momentum and get up there and challenge Braden Carter and Dean Reynolds? Carter starting to close in. Slide job coming. Is there room? Yes, sir. 0-5 to the point. On lap 32 of 50, Dean Reynolds thought about a slide job. No room. Now Dean Reynolds stuck on the bottom as your points leader. Braden Carter in CSC 05 leads lap 32. Can Dean Reynolds rally into 79? Looks like the 05 a different gear in the backstretch as he opens the gap between himself and Dean Reynolds. Can Hauer get up there and challenge as the top three have now separated from the field? Michael Vitale and Anthony Vitale Jr., the brothers Vitale, round out your top 5 as Justin Sick and Joseph Grandy still battling it out. They are 6 and 7. Justin Sick moved up 6 positions from the start. As we, not sure who that was. Looks like Vitale Jr. and Justin Sick possibly. Let's take a look. There is Justin Sick. As Justin Sick is the car on the bottom in the 2. Vitale in the 21 on the outside. 2 car goes in for the slider. Vitale on the high side. Gets into the right rear of the 2 car. That puts Vitale into the outside wall. A little bit of net goad. He collects Justin Sick. As the caution comes out for the second time on lap 38 of 50. Braden Carter works his way up 5 positions to take back over the lead. Your points leader, 631 points. Grandy is second with 577. Grandy is back in 5th position. Lights go off on the pace truck. Carter takes the outside. The leader gets to pick inside or outside. Carter chose the outside. Will this put Michael Vitale back in the fight for a podium? He's got the 316 of Hauer to his inside. Howard's going to dive down low. Dean Reynolds. Oh, contact between Vitale and Howard and Vitale Jr. All kinds of contact on track. Braden Carter able to hold the lead over Dean Reynolds. Devon Howard battles back. He'll move back into a podium position. Justin Sick went to the infield. He will park it for the night. Michael Vitale battling back on the in the 213. He's going to go down to the bottom. That is the 171 of Jake Henry to his outside. Joseph Grandy falls back to P6. Braden Carter doing what Braden Carter does. Dean Reynolds gets tight in 3. Slides to the outside wall. That'll open the door for Howard. Howard will move up to P2. Now Vitale trying to get up and battle the 79. That is Vitale down low in the light blue. Dean Reynolds on the high side in the red, number 79. Battling for the final podium position as Braden Carter slips away. Youngster, almost 2-second gap between himself and Howard. Battle for the final podium position. Dean Reynolds and Michael Vitale, who started on the front row. Contact, that'll put Reynolds into the fence. He'll collect the 171 of Jake Henry as the caution comes out on lap 44 of 50. That'll bring Howard back to the rear bumper of the 05 of Braden Carter. Is that enough to give the LFM driver a little bit of space to make a move on your points leader? We're about to find out when we go back green. Roxanne Jones still cheering on the CSC crew. Braden Carter and Cale Smith. Cale Smith has retired. No, he's out there in the 115. Shout out to Midwest Forklifts LLC for putting the 358 modified show on. Landon Smith, a big supporter of the Dirt Track Bank Friday Night Lights. Greatly appreciated. Lights should go off on the pace truck this time by, leaving one to green as they come across the line. We will start single file since there's less than 10 laps remaining. Go back green on lap 47 of 50. Pace truck is off, leaving the field to your leader, Braden Carter in the 05. Got Devon Howard to his rear bumper. Let's go on board for the restart. As Carter dives for the bottom, good restart by Carter. You can hear the 316 get into the outside fence a little bit as Joseph Grandy moves up to the rear bumper of Michael Vitale. Vitale back in a podium position as Grandy tries to sneak by on the bottom, can't get it done. Carter pulling away from the field once again on lap 47 of 50. Michael Vitale, now he's going to battle for P2. The 213 coming back strong. Vitale on the bottom, Howard up high. Coming off of 4, it will be Vitale at the line. Howard's going to stay up high, get a run off of 2. He'll take the lead back over. Vitale's going to stay low. Braden Carter starts to run a slider line. It'll be Vitale at the line. 2 laps to go. Carter, Vitale, Howard, your top 3. Grandy wants a podium in the 518. He's currently running in P4. Grandy's going to stay on the bottom as the white flag comes out. Braden Carter into 05. Howard's going to scrape the wall on the high side in the 316, trying to get a run. Vitale's going to block the bottom. Howard in the middle, coming off of 4. Howard and Grandy. Grandy will make a last lap pass, put the 518 on the podium. Top 3 start-finish line. Top 3 start-finish line. Great job by Grandy in the end. He's able to move that car into a podium. Not sure what happened to Howard. We'll get a word with your top 3 here momentarily. I can make that work. Don't forget to go up for interviews. We'll get a word with your top 3 here momentarily as I rack the replay. Waiting on Joseph Grandy in the 518. See Michael Vitale in the booth. Good run by, there is Grandy. Let's get a word with Joseph Grandy in the 518. He moves up 6 positions. Is your biggest mover of the night. Joe, this is Joe. You got me?
Yeah, I got you. How you doing?
Man, that was pretty exciting there at the end. I thought Howard was going to hold you off, but the 518 came on strong at the exit of 4. How'd you get by him?
I think he let me by him. It looks like he let off the gas. I'm not exactly sure, but whatever. I'll take it. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man, you had a interesting night from the back to the front to the back to the front. A little bit of rough, man. We've been on short tracks for a number of weeks. Now we come to Charlotte, man. How was the car tonight? The track didn't really wear much.
Car felt great. I thought I was gonna start the night off good. Didn't work out that way. Had to fight for it tonight a little more than I wanted to, but everything worked out.
Yeah, man, another podium finish by the 518. Who do you want to thank on that ride for another podium finish?
Aiden over at Raise the Bar, all the guys over at RMDB, Catalytic Recovery, Shaggy TV, Hinkle Homes, Highline Cinematography, Mad Rabbit, Reckless Raps, Girlfriend Olivia. Justin had his night cut short a little bit there, so better luck in the Pro Lates, and hopefully I'll talk to you again after the next one, man.
All right, man. We'll see you there.
Thank you.
Let's grab Michael Vitale in the 213. He's able to move up, finish on the podium. Michael, this is Joe. You got me?
I got you, Joe.
Man, good run. It looks like you lost it there around mid-race, started falling back. The 213 at that last restart, man, you came on strong. Was it the car or did you find something new?
No, actually, Joe, I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, with the way the track was progressing, I geared the car up for the bottom. I just didn't want to expose it too early. So I was trying to hang with them guys mid-high, and it just wasn't working. But as soon as I dropped to the bottom, I think you take notice, a couple other guys just started going down there. I was trying to hold out as long as I could.
Man, where you been? That's the question.
I've been on vacation. Yeah, I've been on vacation. I went and visited my parents, my in-laws in Texas. So we drove down through Tennessee out to Dallas and, you know, just enjoyed some time away. I was away for 3 weeks. So retired life is good. So I get to travel a little now.
I was going to say, man, retirement is treating you really well, my friend.
Yeah, it's going good, brother.
So is this your, let me look at my board here. Where is Michael Vitale?
Yeah, I think it's only I missed 3 weeks because of the vacation.
So your first podium also in the 213.
Yes, it is. Yes,
on
it is.
week 10, man. So great run. And it's, man, it's great to have you back. As always, thank you for your service. both as a civilian and a GI. So that's greatly appreciated. Now you're retired. I hope to not be too long behind you there, but great run, man. Who do you want to thank on that ride for a podium finish?
Before I thank anybody, I just want to apologize to Dean. I know I got into him coming down the front stretch. I didn't mean to. Um, but again, I just want to apologize to him. Uh, Thanks. I want to put out to my wife for letting me do this week in, week out. My teammates, Billy, Jake, Randy, my brother Anthony, you for putting this on for us week in and week out. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, man. Took us up on the free dirt track bank swag. So hopefully that worked out. Hopefully you're sporting, got to see that at the track when you go visit Anthony.
Absolutely.
Be cool,
Absolutely.
man. Great run. You gonna
Alrighty.
run pro? You gonna run pro late models?
Yeah, I'll run them.
All right, man. We'll see you there.
All right, Joe. Take care.
Yeah, man. That is Michael Vitale. As soon as I find my cursor here, we'll pull up your race winner, Braden Carter, in the 0-5. He moved up 5 positions throughout the night, able to capture his 6th victory and extend his points lead. Braden, this is Joe. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, man.
Man, another good run. You started to pull away from the field kind of late in the race. Was the car set up for a long run, or were you just pacing yourself?
Yeah, me and Kale had it set up for the slick. I was telling that early. I mean, it was such a muddy track early. It was just, I was running the bottom for a good 10 laps, trying to save a little bit of tire for the end. And I was telling him we may be a little off right now. And I mean, he was ripping it at the beginning. It always sucks to see him. You feel like he always has some bad deals happen to him. I hate that for him, but he always shows speed, and it just sucks for him. But yeah, I mean, we were both set up for the slick, and it started coming in. I mean, I had to follow Dean for a good, I think 30 laps there, and I eventually made a move. And it's always fun running with Dean. He's a clean guy. But yeah, we were just set up for the end pretty much, and it paid off in the end.
Yeah, it did for sure. We were actually following you and Dean. I wasn't sure if you were just following, waiting for the right moment, but man, nonetheless, you ended up with another victory in the 0-5. And you know what, man? I don't think anyone's going to catch you in points. So not quite ready to crown you the champion yet, but man, that it's coming. The next 3 weeks are all drop weeks, so we'll see how the points shake out. But man, great run. Who do you want to thank on the 0-5 for another victory?
Yeah, first off, shout out to CSC guys. Shout out to KL. We always have a good time running this. Kyle and my dad back in Discord, Michael Carter, Chase Hardy, Travis Anderson, Jonathan Higdon, Randy Carter Payne, my granddad, wins race design, Casey Wynn, KK's Diecast, Kevin Lynn Keeling, Eternal Racing, Colby Yule, Midwest Workless, Len Smith, sponsors the series here. Dirt Track Bank, GY6RN, you Joe for the broadcast. Yeah, everybody watched as well. Thank you.
All right, man. You're gonna go. I guess it's week 9 for the pro late models. You gonna go 9 for 9 tonight on victories in the pro late models?
I'm gonna try. Charlotte can be tricky, but I mean, I gotta step into each race with the confidence I typically have. So we're gonna try.
Yeah, man. I was able to tune in to the pro qualifier. I didn't watch the whole thing. How did Monday go?
It wasn't too great. I started 5th in Heat 3. The lap times are crazy, dude. I hit a 17.3, I think, and 17.3s were second all the way down to 30th. So I mean, it was nuts. The times were on top of each other. I got 5th in Heat 3. I fell back to last. Some deals. I caught up in things. Started back of B main, made it to 6. Didn't transfer to A main, but it's always a cool time to make those. Show my speed and run with some really good guys.
Yeah, man, best of the best right there. When are you racking and restacking for the pro division?
Yeah, I didn't make it this week, so unfortunately not this week. Pro qualifiers themselves can get a little aggressive, and you're not always guaranteed to make it. But we got Eldor next week, so we're gonna try again, and we might be locked into the last one at Charlotte due to just making it. We'll see. I got a okay amount of points. They take top 60, so I might be locked in for the last one. We'll see, but it's always a hard time making them, but it's always a good time as well.
Yeah, man, that win at Eldora will help you big time.
I'm gonna try. That'd be terrible. That'd be
Go get
such a
'em.
great time. I love it. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Yeah, man. We'll see you in the pro late models.
Sir.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. There is your 358 modified week 10 up 13. So the season is coming to a wrap here pretty quick. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we will have the pro late models right back here at Charlotte. As always, thank you everybody for tuning in, and we'll be right back.
My name's Nick Powers, and I'm the president and lead instructor of Warfighter Scuba. I'm a veteran of the United States Marine Corps from the years 2003 to 2007, with one combat deployment to Haditha, Iraq in 2006. Throughout my time overseas, I experienced a lot of situations that you wouldn't necessarily find yourself in the United States. IEDs, getting shot at, rocket attacks, mortar attacks, you name it, it happened. When I got out of the Marine Corps in 2007, I tried to adjust back to civilian life, and the whole time you're in, you just can't wait to get out. And when you get out, you start to realize, did you make the right decision? 9 times out of 10, most of the guys that get out, they immediately plummet into a depression cycle because you don't have that structure anymore that the military provides you. And this hit me super hard. We moved to one of the #1 top dive destinations in the entire world, and I figured I'd start getting back into scuba diving. And after our first couple dives, I realized how peaceful it was underwater and how none of my problems followed me. You're just there in the present moment. I had the idea for Warfighter Scuba, and I kind of hinted at it, and they said, "You go for it." And that's basically how Warfighter Scuba was born. So Warfighter Scuba is a nonprofit. We're a 501c3 nonprofit with the IRS. We bring combat wounded veterans down to the Caribbean to teach them scuba diving to treat their wounds. Whether their wounds are physical or mental, such as PTSD, scuba diving is a extremely therapeutic activity for mental stressors and for physical ailments. Mentally, as soon as you go underwater, your body just reacts. It's not normal. You're not meant to breathe underwater. Automatically puts you into the present moment. You have nothing but peace and calm. This ability to separate yourself from reality really allows veterans to find out what their trigger mechanism might be for their particular mental stressors. So every veteran who comes through our programs gets a 100% funded trip. Each veteran also receives a round-trip ticket from their home of record. That ticket will bring them straight into Roatan, and their entire week stay, their hotel, their meals, their snacks, everything's paid for. And so that veteran can get an entire week away from reality and completely separate from any kind of problems they might be facing at home. So each veteran receives very private and intimate training sessions when they come down to Roatan. We first start in the pool. We do some confined water skills. We'll then switch out to the open water dives. From that point on, it's not even training anymore. It's just fun. It's learning on a level that I don't think most people have experienced before. We do all the certifications for them that we can in a week at their pace, from open water to full face mask to nitrox. Every trip that we have, whether it's one veteran or 4 veterans at a time, we just have a blast. There's no bad karma. We've seen sharks, we've seen turtles. We've seen 4 eagle rays at once. Just the things that happen when we're in the water together are truly, they're just unbelievable. The dedication that these vets have now to scuba diving and to wanting to come back and to help other veterans experience what they've experienced, it hits me in the heart more than most things have ever hit me in my heart. It's truly an honor to take, you know, these heroes into the water. It's really cool to see the transformation that happens to them, you know, from being, oh my gosh, you know, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. You know, I've gone snorkeling a few times, or, you know, I'm not that good of a swimmer. And the funny thing about scuba is none of that matters. You know, you're completely weightless in the water. You could come down and have zero experience in the water and be one of the better scuba divers out there. So as with all nonprofits, we rely solely on generous donors such as yourselves. None of these programs could exist without people who are willing to give some of their hard-earned money up to save veterans who might be struggling with everyday life and have that unfortunate thought of suicide. 100% of every dollar that's donated goes directly to the veterans. I personally, myself, I do not take any kind of money. All my time is donated. There's no salary to anybody who's on the board or any staff positions in Warfighter. Donations can be made on our website at www.warfighterscuba.org. And remember, every donation is 100% tax deductible.
One, two, three. I love it, Molly.
They say it's a matter of time, 1,000 days and the sun won't shine before I come back to you. For your love I will go far, I wanna be wherever you are. I know I'm coming back for you.
Brother, it's good to see you.
My love is a river long, the best ride in a million wrongs. I know I'm coming back to you. And I'm happy, nothing's going to stop me. And I'm happy, nothing's going to stop me. I'm making my way home. I'm making my way.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The nightcap for tonight. Looks like we're going to have qualifying, one heat race and a 30-lap feature in the fixed setup pro late models. Getting ready to call the cars off the track. Braden Carter not good for the rest of the field. Will he go 9 for 9 in wins this season? He's at the top of the board with Joseph Grandy in P2 with a 14:47. Cale Smith, his teammate, the CSC 115, 14:50 for Cale Smith. That is your top three in practice. Got about 2 minutes. We'll advance to qualify. Watching Navy veteran Cale Smith, driver out of South Dakota, out on track in the CSC 115. Melgusa, Air Force veteran, into the outside wall in the 78. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get the nightcap underway. We will advance to qualifying. Like we're going to have 8 cars in the field. Still should only be one heat race, so we'll see how this plays out. Checkered flag has flown over practice. We're getting ready to go qualifying. We'll follow along. Jason Haynes, the only car that did not take any laps during practice. See who is first out on track. There is Melgusa. Looks like Billy Roberts in the 99 Gears Unlimited machine will be the first out on track, followed by Cale Smith, the CSC 115. Michael Vitale in the 213 is back with us. Jason Haynes, spoke about him earlier, in the 66, driver out of Canada. Joseph Grandy is out on track in the RTB 518. Melgusa is on track. See who is the first driver to put down a timed lap. So Cale Smith to the top of the board with a 14:69. Billy Roberts P2s, 72. Michael Vitale with a 77. That's good enough for third quick. Melgusa with an 86. Joseph Grandy goes quick time with a 14:52. That'll move everybody down one. Melgusa times in with a 14:86, good enough for sixth quick. Justin Sick coming out on track in the 2 machine. Courtney Ann out watching with Theo, I'm sure, up in New York. Braden Carter out on track in the white number 05. Billy Roberts, Justin Sick goes second quick with a 14:63 in the 2 car. What will your points leader? Let's take a peek at Virginia driver Braden Carter in the 05. As he shuts it down, must have hit the wall. Carter will start at the tail end of the field. Got time to get laps in. The 05 back out on track. Going 9 for 9. See if he puts down a time this time out. Top of the board for the 05, 1449 for Braden Carter, and that will be tonight's quick time. We will get heat number 1 underway. I don't know if we'll have 1 or 2 heats. We're about to find out. Looks like we will have 1 heat race and a 30-lap feature. It'll be Braden Carter in the 05 with Joseph Grandy to his outside. On the front row, Justin Sick, Cale Smith in row number 2. Billy Roberts, Michael Vitale in row number 3. Haynes and Melgusa will round out your field of 8 drivers. All right, fellas, got 8 laps to get it done. Everybody moving on. Start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start finish line. Again, 8 laps to get it done. Race hard, race clean. Good luck. Racing for position, starting position for tonight's A main. Randy Carter checking in. Welcome back, sir. We got 3 weeks to go until the end of the 25-26 season. Race truck has exited, leaving the field to the youngster out of Virginia, Braden Carter. Coming off of turn 4, looking at the flag stand. Green flag is out, 8 laps. Settle the starting positions for the A main. It is Braden Carter on the bottom. That is Joseph Grandy on the high side. Grandy's going to try to cross over the 05. Grandy on the bottom in the pink ride. Braden Carter on the high side. It'll be Carter at the line, followed by Grandy and Cale Smith. Justin Sick in the 2. He's on the bottom behind his teammate. RTB cars currently running 2-3. Till Cale Smith on the outside of Justin Sick. Good battle for the 3rd position. Michael Vitale in the 213. He's moving up into the fight. Got his teammate, the LFM driver Billy Roberts, in the 99. As those two try to move up through the field, Jason Haynes and Melgusa round out your field. Lap 5 of 8 underway. Braden Carter starting to separate from the field. Joseph Grandy P2, Cale Smith P3. In the 115, Justin Sick P4, Michael Vitale in the top 5 at P5. Billy Roberts in the 99. He's on the bottom side up the 213. Those 2 teammates are going to battle out a little bit here. 2 laps to go. Braden Carter sees the white flag in the air. 1 to go for the 05. Punching his ticket to a pole position for the A main. Lori Hates out there. Lori, welcome back. It'll be Carter at the line, followed by Grandy, Smith, Sick, Vitale, Roberts, Haynes, and Melgusa. We will take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drift
Sorry to cut the promo short. We're going to go straight to the A main. 30 laps, fixed setup pro late models. We'll get your lineup here momentarily. 1-2 in the points. We'll start on the front row. 1-2 with Braden Carter on the inside. He'll have Joseph Grandy to his outside. His teammate, the CSC driver, Cale Smith, in the 115, will start on the inside of row number 2 with Justin Sick in the 2 car. Michael Vitale Jr. in the 213, and Billy Roberts to his outside in the 99. Jason Haynes and Mel Gusa round out your field of 8 for the A main. All right, fellas, welcome to the A main. You guys know the drill. Initial start is on green. Restarts are on the leader. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start finish line. Got 30 laps to get it done. Leader gets to pick inside or outside if a caution comes out. Race hard. Race clean. Good luck. Lights should go off on the pace truck this time by. Should exit the middle of the backstretch. And then it's go time. Pace truck is off. Leaving the field to Braden Carter. Coming out of turn 4, looking for the green flag. Green flag is out, ladies and gentlemen. 30 laps. Get it done in the Pro Late Model Division. Dirt track bank, Friday night lights. Carter will run out of room, but he's able to hold on to the lead. Cale Smith in the 115, his teammate, is going to take advantage. That is the 115 of Cale Smith on the bottom. Braden Carter running in the middle of the track. Joseph Grandy is behind the 05. Now Michael Vitale is going to come up and try to get in the fight. Justin Sick will get by on the outside in the 2 car. Cale Smith down low, Braden Carter up high. There's a look at the 2 CSC drivers at the front of the field. As Joseph Grandy tries to track him down, Cale Smith will get in line. Carter's going to dive down low. Looks like 9 for 9 is on the table. As Carter opens up a 1-second gap on lap 6 of 30. Cale Smith now battling it out with Joseph Grandy as Michael Vitale has to get off the gas pedal. Keep from running into Joseph Grandy. Looks like that's going to be where the battle is as Carter slips away from the field as he has done all season. Can Vitale in the 213 get up and challenge? He's the first car on the outside looking in at a podium finish. Braden Carter, Cale Smith, Joseph Grandy, Michael Vitale, Jason Haynes are your top 5, followed by Justin Sick, Billy Roberts, and Armando Melgusa. Lap 12 of 30 underway. Carter with a almost 2-second gap between himself and Joseph Grandy, who was able to get by Cale Smith. That'll put Grandy up to P2, 1-2 in the points, running 1-2 on the track. Michael Vitale trying to get his second podium of the night in the 213 as Haynes gets a little bit loose. Justin Sick in the 2 car will take advantage. The New York driver will slide up to P5. Braden Carter with a 2.5-second gap between himself and second place Joseph Grandy. We'll be halfway this time by. Braden Carter coming off of turn 4 in the 0-5. Cale Smith battles back. We're going to go side by side. That's the 213 of Michael Vitale and the 2 car of Justin Sick. They are battling for the 4th position. Vitale down low, Sick on the high side. It'll be Justin Sick at the line. Sick with slide job coming. He'll slide up in front of the 115 of Cale Smith. That'll put Justin Sick in a podium position. Close racing at the front of the field behind that guy. Justin Sick going to put some pressure on his teammate. He'll slide job for second. Crossover coming from Grandy. Sick able to hold off the 518 of Joseph Grandy. It'll be Justin Sick up to P2. As he tries to reel in Braden Carter, I think the only thing that will give the field a chance is if a caution comes out, as that is nearing a 3-second gap between Carter and Justin Sick. Cale Smith trying to battle back. Took a peek underneath the 518 on lap 22 of 30 laps. Whoa! Michael Vitale into the tire. That will bring out the caution. Well, this will make things interesting. Let's see. Last time by, Sick was a little bit faster than Braden Carter. 84 to an 80. So we will see if Justin Sick can get anything done with Braden Carter. We'll go back green on lap 25 of 30. Braden Carter, Justin Sick, Joseph Grandy are your top 3 with Cale Smith and Jason Haynes rounding out the top 5. Lights are off on the pace truck, getting ready to go back green. Can Justin Sick make the magic happen at the front of the field? Nobody has been able to get it done, get by that 0-5 of Braden Carter. A handful of laps to figure out if Justin Sick can find the magic sauce to get that done. Braden Carter, good restart, opens up a gap between himself and Justin Sick. On lap 24 of 30, Cale Smith peeks to the inside of Joseph Grandy. Can Justin Sick settle in, get in a groove? He'll close the gap that time. Let's get the times at the line. Justin Sick with an 02 or a 16 to an 18 by Carter. So closing in ever so slightly. Justin Sick with a 15 even to a 15:01 by Carter. He's going to need to close a lot more than that. On lap 28 of 30. Cale Smith moves back into a podium position, battling it out with Joseph Grandy. Cale Smith on the bottom. It'll be Grandy at the line. 2 laps to go. Braden Carter now starting to separate himself from Justin Sick, a 66 to 670. White flag is out. Braden Carter going 9 for 9. 2 more corners to navigate to get that done. 0-5 into turn 3, coming off of turn 4. It'll be Braden Carter, Justin Sick, and Cale Smith captures the final podium position. Top 3 start finish line. Top 3 start finish line. So Justin Sick getting it done. Finishes second on the podium, moving up 2 spots from his start. Braden Carter captures his 9th win out of 9 races in the Pro Late Model division. I can make that work. Good job, fellas. We'll get a word with your top 3 here momentarily as soon as I get it lined up here. Looking for the 115 of Cale Smith first. There's Justin. Cale Smith kind of slid back and forth throughout the field. In the end, the 115, he was able to bring home a podium. Cale, this is Joe. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, Joe.
Man, good run. What happened mid-race where you fell back?
I don't know. I just felt like I didn't think I got in it. I must have got on the wall running the high side or something because yeah, I was just slow. And then at that caution, I drove up to Braden and he said my spoiler was bent. And I noticed Joe, he had the same issue because he had slowed down a lot too. And so him and I, it's kind of funny there at the end. We're just kind of holding everybody up, battling it out. Felt bad for the other guys, but you're just battling out for third. But yeah, that was the issue.
Man, it's great to see you back on the podium. And if I'm not mistaken, isn't our very own Landon Smith, didn't he drive a late model in real life?
Yeah, yep. Back in the, I grew up around the racetrack, scuffing the tires. He drove. It was a super late model, and then they called them Grand Nationals back in the day around here, and that's pretty much pretty sure it's like a crate late model. So.
Yeah, I did not know that. Are there pictures of this?
Oh yeah, yeah. I can send you some. They did, man. They did cool stuff with Bob Pierce Senior. They tested a bunch of springs with hypercoil with Pierce Senior, and yeah, I got a lot of good stories with them.
Man, send me some pictures. We'll get those on the Facebook page. I don't know how I knew that. Oh, I know how. You mentioned it with last week, I think. So yeah, that's pretty cool, man. Did you ever get in the car and take a ride?
No, I didn't. That was always the plan and whatnot, but I don't. It just got to the point, but right around when they were done would have been my time, and it just didn't work out. So, I'm not sure how at that time at my maturity level how well I would have done anyway. But no, I always think about it. Wish I did, but now that time's come and gone. So I'd be more of a if I would get back into it, I'd be more of a crew chief now.
Well, bro, it seems like the younger you are, the faster you are nowadays with man, drivers are getting younger and younger and younger. It's insane. It's absolutely
I know
insane.
it's like their reflexes or something. Because I mean, we're smarter than them. We're older, you know. But
Yeah.
we'd make better decisions. But it must racing's just reflexes or something. Because yeah, them kids are fast, man.
Yeah, man. I say that when you don't have to fix a car, you're take more chances.
Yeah, that's probably a big part of it too. Yeah, and a lot of these people have a lot of money nowadays running. They're running four bangers and hobby stocks, and they're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's wild.
Yeah, man. So not to get in your personal business, if you don't want to talk about it, that's fine. You did a business trip last time we talked to you, man. Did you make $1 million
Yeah.
bucks?
No, trying to. I'm spending a lot right now, but we're just it's a huge it's just a huge opportunity for me. It's something I looked into for a long time. It's in the energy world, so I'll be having my website coming out. It's yeah, I was hoping it would go live today, but so probably early next week. But yeah, we're out there and at the Big Apple, right in the middle of New York City, and talking to people and it's been a lot of work, so I'm really crossing my fingers, but they're doing big things around the nation and around the world with it. So, um, yeah, I we're at the beginning stages of a long career and hopefully successful.
Yeah, man. You gotta keep me posted. I'm more curious. But man, if anyone can make it work, it's one of the Smiths out there in South Dakota. That's for sure, man. You guys bust your asses and man, that's great to see. So I wish you the best of luck with that. But back to a podium finish, man. It's great to have you back. Great to have you on the podium. Who do you want to thank on that 115 for a podium finish?
Yeah, thanks, Joe. Just thanks to you for doing this. It's fun to get out here and race with these guys, and then once you get hit a podium every once in a while, it's even more fun. Braden winning, he's super fast. They're in the late models at the with the Pro Series right now, and he qualified last week, and I think he already qualified for next week. So, really excited for him to be able to race on that level, and um, just, my brother Landon for sponsoring everything here and everybody watching out there. Thanks.
Yeah, man, you guys are freaking amazing, and I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. And keep me posted, man. I can't wait. I got to know what this is.
Yeah, no, I absolutely will keep an eye out too, 'cause, my Facebook, I'll be sharing it all on my website and whatnot, and that'll show you all. It's pretty cool. So,
Yeah, man, I can't wait. Have a good weekend.
all right, you too. Thanks, Joe.
All right, man. Justin Sick in the two car, driver out of New York, was able to battle back late, move up 2 positions, and put the two car on the second step of the podium. Justin's Joe, you got me?
Hey, buddy, how are you?
Man, I'm well. How are you?
Uh,
You're on the podium. I'm not.
yeah, a little better after that one, but starting off, I wasn't too good.
Yeah, man. So we were tracking laps, and there, right before the caution came out, you were actually running faster lap times than the leader. But man, that kid is just tough to beat, man. I think.
Yeah, yeah, he sure is. Yeah, I was actually talking to him about that. Like, I don't know where it came from. Like, I was ridiculously slow off the start. I mean, I was damn near last there at one point, and I had gotten into Jason a little bit. I had kind of give him a little push down the straightaway a little bit and then dip down low. And it's like the thing was a slider machine after that. It just picked up a lot of speed and was able to pick everybody else off, every 2 laps or something, it seemed like. But yeah, no, Braden's he's hard to beat. Um, I was, the restart, the caution come out there, and I was like, all right, well, maybe, if the car stays as fast as it was, might have a chance. But now the kid's undefeated in this class, man. He's a wheel man, that's for sure.
Yeah, you don't become a pro, I guess, by being slow. So, man, you
Yeah.
finished second. Man, so what was I just gonna? God dang it! Now I left Jordan LaFon. Where the hell is Jordan?
I don't know. He's got some explaining to do because I thought he was supposed to come race with us tonight. I've talked to him a couple times today, and I know his iRacing account's not renewed yet. And he's like, "Should I renew it and come race, finish it out?" I said, "Yeah, dude. You know, like what the heck you waiting on, man? Like they miss you." But no,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know where he's at, but
Well,
he needs
Indiana's
to
on
he needs to get
tonight.
out here.
Indiana's
For what?
on a college playoff game, and no one
Oh
tell
yeah,
me
he's
what the
probably.
score is because I'm recording it. Can't wait to watch that. Matter of fact, we did a virtual tour of a house in Indiana this afternoon, the wife and I. So that was pretty cool,
Oh
man.
yeah, yeah. We've been looking at some places in Indiana, honestly, but we haven't
Get us all
haven't made
there.
any decisions yet. But
Get us all
we
there.
kind of. Yeah,
We can hang. We
we're
can
kind
hang
of.
out with
We're,
Theo. Not you. Not so
yeah.
much you, but man, we got to hang out with Theo. Theo's a cool dude.
Yeah, he's awesome. He had a little bit of an accident yesterday.
I heard.
Mom called me. Yeah, mom called me at work, and uh, he was chasing Nana out to the kitchen and ran right into the wall and smacked his head pretty good. But he's all right. He's back to himself. No damage done there. Just a pretty good goose egg or whatever. But everybody keeps telling me we're gonna have that. And I'm still trying to get used to that part of it because it scares the hell out of me. But no, he's good. He's back to himself, running around, jumping around, and he comes out here as much as he can to sit on my lap and play with the steering wheel. He loves it, so I can't wait till he's old enough to do this and take over for me.
Yeah, man. And bro, let me tell you. So a bump on the head, yes. The first accident, that is traumatic. Wait till they start breaking arms and crashing on bicycles or motorcycles.
Yeah,
That
yeah, I don't even
that
want to think about that.
absolutely holy smokes, man. You talk about nervous. That is something else. So those days
Yeah,
are coming, man. Those
yeah,
days are
yeah.
coming.
Our oldest actually had broke his wrist a couple years ago riding a scooter, and I
Oh,
damn near went to where he was at in my skivvies. His cousin come down and said he crashed and he's hurt, and we jumped right out the door. I don't even think I had shoes on, dude.
yeah,
But
kids will do that to you.
yeah, man, they're great. Kids are awesome. I'm a little bit older than some of these cats on here, dude. And um, Theo's my first actual baby, so it's pretty it's fun. He definitely opened up a different level of daddy here, so
Yeah, man. You and Courtney Anton are doing well, man. That's great to see. I saw something interesting on your, speaking of Facebook, of a great picture of you and your best buddy, Jordan LaFont. That was kind of
oh,
comical.
yeah, that's funny.
I think
Yeah,
I'll
it's
leave
some
that
kind of
right there.
Snapchat filter. That shows. I sent it to him. I was like, dude, look at this shit.
All right, man. Great run in the
Yeah,
two
yeah,
car. You got a podium.
yeah.
Where
I mean,
did
hey,
Grandy?
I
Grandy
hate
finished
being.
fourth.
Yeah,
So
he hit the wall pretty good and then messed his car up, I guess. But
yeah,
I
you'll
hate driving like a jerk. But after the modified race and being third in points in both series, I was like, man, I got to do something tonight. So sorry to those guys if I roughed them up a little bit. I'm not that guy. I'm not the one that wants to do that kind of stuff. But being in the top three in points, I'm trying to hold that spot down.
yeah, man. You got it done tonight. Who do you want to thank on that two ride?
I got to thank Grandy for one. He got me hooked up with his teammates, all the guys at RMDB SimWorks, and Aiden over at Raise the Bar. Those setups are really good. He's had me feeling really solid these past couple of weeks for Pro Qual and stuff, and all the officials. Connor Cullen Racing, Cullen Design Co. for the wraps. You guys obviously for putting the show on and broadcasting and giving us something to go back and watch. And of course, all the fans out there watching too. I know they're weekly people out there that watch every week. So thanks to all you guys, my fiance, and anyone else who's behind the scenes with it on your end. I know there's a lot of people behind the scenes that make this stuff happen, and yeah, it's great, man. Congrats to Braden on the win and Kyle getting third. It's good to see him back, and I thought he was going to wreck me, like he said, but thankfully he didn't.
Yeah, man. Another great run. And I hope you have an amazing weekend. And we'll see you next week.
Yeah, man, for sure. Sounds good. Take it
Oh,
easy,
for
Joe.
those of you out there that don't know it, Justin Sick does our podium photos. I didn't get last week's out. I'll probably do 2 this week and get last week's
Yep.
and this week's out. So big
Yep.
shout
I
out to
sent
you,
you
man.
the. Yep. Thanks. I sent you the modified. I'm about to get the late model one here right now, and I'll send that over to you. So.
Yeah, man, great pictures. Anyone out there wants, I don't know, even know if he does it for anybody else, but hit Justin Sick up. I'm sure he can get some pretty good photos of your iRacing exploits. So, yeah, appreciate you, man.
All right, man. Thanks, Joe. Take it easy.
Yes, sir. Braden Carter goes 9 for 9, the driver of the 05. Braden, this is Joe. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, I don't even know what to say, bro. You were out to almost a 3-second lead, I think. But I gotta tell you, man, I thought Justin Sick figured it out as he was closing in. Man, we were following lap times, but when he got close, that was it, man. You stepped out again. How was the 05 tonight?
It was good, man. I just, I saw my relative kind of gaining. I just switched up my line, and that restart I did, and I guess that's where he was at. I hit it, and I got to a good lead, and just stay consistent. As I always say, just stay consistent, stay consistent. That's about all I can say.
Yeah, man, you're consistently 9 times in a row have won the pro late model race. Man, what an amazing deal to watch you. Are you guys gearing up for the real season?
Yeah, we just got my dad's body on yesterday. We gotta get a few things, get some sponsors worked through, and gotta get my body out. I mean, my car out to Kyle Hardy's to get a body on. So yeah, we're getting everything worked through, getting everything freshened up. Checking over some things. Got some things to you know put some money towards after my whole uh wreck. But yeah, other than that, just typical off season stuff. We're gearing up. It's January. We're at the shop, just getting her done. Yeah, pretty much, pretty much.
So I was just going to say something and I forgot. Oh, so if anybody out there wants to sponsor an up and coming dirt track driver out in Virginia, how would they go about getting a hold of you on your real car?
Yeah. Just message Braden Carter on Facebook, Carter Racing as well. We post a lot during the racing season. Even off season, we get a little post out there here and there. It just gets to me personally. We could work it out. I could give you my number. It's just a great opportunity to get your business seen. I promote my car all the time. I felt like I was getting a little more consistent last year. Was my rookie year, and 11th in points. Can only go, I guess, up from there. I guess. You know, i- if anyone's interested, just let me know. I appreciate you, Joe, for shouting that out. It's just, yeah.
Yeah, if anybody out there, if it's Braden Carter on Facebook, if you can't remember that, you can shoot me a message and I'll get you in touch with them for sure. To get you on the side of the 5 car out there in Virginia. How many races you guys going to run this year?
I plan to run the whole season. Last year was supposed to be part time, but I ran every points race. The last points race is when I got out of that wreck. There's 3 more after that. I probably would have ran them if I didn't wreck, but yeah, the whole head injury ended the deal for the year for me. So I plan to run everything the rest of the year. Help out my dad when I'm not running. Sometimes we run both in the same night. He's in a different division, so I did run one race with him last year as well in his division. So I got a lot of seat time last year. A little more would have been, preferred, but nothing to be hateful on or disappointed
Yeah.
about.
Yeah. All right, so there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Anybody out there wants your name on a side of a late model in real life out in Virginia, get a hold of Braden Carter on Facebook or send me a message and I'll get you in touch with them. But back to iRacing, man, another victory for you. I still can't call it a wrap yet. I know we're into drop week starting next week. So we'll see how all that plays out, man. But another stellar night by you. Who do you want to thank on that 05 for another victory going 9 for 9?
Yeah, shout out to all the guys at CSC. You know, it's probably I love that I have a team on here that we can always be you know, competitive with. We've had it going for a while. Even before I got on the game, they had it going, and it's only been up from there. And shout out to all those guys that make it happen. Just a small little group of guys, and you know, I feel like it's getting more seen the more you know, we get on iRacing and do things. Shout out to all those guys: Kale, my dad, Michael Carter, Kyle Hardy, Chase Hardy, Travis Anderson, Jonathan Higdon, Randy Carter Payne, my granddad, No Limit Racing, Nick over at No Limit Racing, Kyle Hardy Racing as well, Robbie Buchanan Jr., RBJ Sim Racing, Dylan Alton Motorsports, JK Zycast, Kevin Keeling, Dirt Track Bank, GY6RN, you Joe, yeah, everybody watching as well. Appreciate everybody.
Yeah, man. You know why we do interviews? So you get this down when it really counts after you win Eldora. And I can't wait, man. I can't wait for your first big time interview. But yeah, man, great run. We'll see you next week. I hope we are at, I can't remember. Volusia, maybe. Can't remember. But great run, man. And I hope you have an amazing weekend.
I appreciate you as well.
All right, man. See ya. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. There are the Pro Late models to wrap up week 10 at Dirt Track Bank Friday Night Lights. We will close with the Goat Locker Racing video that we cut short during the practice. So until next week, ladies and gentlemen, keep an eye on our Facebook page. But until next week, we'll see you.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn. It's a new day, it's a new life.